This is Car Bros Podcast, Episode 2.
I like that NPR voice you got going on.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
You're really drawing the audience. But
when I was 11, I went on a fishing trip with my father.
that's very interesting.
Oh, cat's here.
Okay, so Episode 2, we have not planned this. But we have a list of things, and we got...
But first of all, we just want to address all the crazy views that we got on episode.
Yes.
Could you guys imagine that we would get that many?
Yeah,
overwhelming.
We've simply been overwhelmed by the response. And,
heartwarming.
I mean, we're recording this in advance and just assuming that episode 1 went over very
Huge
well.
success.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who made episode 2
Yes.
reality.
We're also very big in Pakistan now, as well as India.
Hello to our Indian viewers. who are
Mazel tov to all of our Indian.
Okay. I have a list of topics. Oh, that's right. The story.
Oh,
it's
yes.
not that good. So I was driving to Jamba Juice, as most of my stories
Typical day.
start. And there were like 5 Mustangs in the parking lot. And I drove past, and they're all like hanging out together. And I drove past, and I gave them a thumb. It's like, thumbs up. Even though they're not that cool a car. You know, it's like... To me, the scene was like friends hanging out in a party. Like, that looks fun, you know. And then they all fucking like mad mugged me. Like, every one of them. No one was like, yeah, hey. They all fucking. It's just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Your cars aren't even that nice. Like, I didn't have to give you a fucking thumbs up. And so, like, I was leaving Jamba Juice. I was like, I'm going to take a picture of their cars and I'm going to make fun of them. And so, here's their mediocre cars.
I like how all of them are wearing white T-shirts too.
No, it was their club. It was the club, like
Stangs Unlimited.
whatever it was. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
look at this shit. Oh man, if you're listening to this audio only, you are missing out.
Right.
Damn, dude.
They even got Ford T-shirts. There.
Oh, they were smoking that dang. Like, look at this weak ass lineup. It's like, you're gonna look down at me like, fuck you. So, and I took a picture of them.
Yeah.
Oh man, this whole podcast is off to a bad
Hopefully
start.
they're listening and catching on this.
These guys are
Thanks
like,
for listening. Again.
These guys are fans. Find that dude and stomp that motherfucker.
Speaking of, like, when did they change the front end of the new Mustang? Was it 2018?
The new one?
Yeah.
2018. Maybe it's 2019 even.
No, they were. I saw them.
It's 18.
They
I
look.
saw this driving down the other day.
They
modded RAV4.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wide body?
I'm not sure. He's driving pretty fast.
Yeah. Aggressive lane change.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways.
That looks kind of smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like the 2018 Mustang. Like, I liked the one you had, the 2015, but they just.
I don't think it's that.
The new. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. The new front end, like the new
this
headlights.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing I do like about that, I agree with you. I think it looks kind of stupid, but they didn't change the GT350, and it looks like the GT500 is not going to get it.
Yeah.
And so to me, that just means like, yeah, some people buy these cars because they look cool.
Yeah.
But they didn't stamp that look on the ones that like enthusiasts are gonna buy.
Yeah.
It's just like, the convertibles and like the 5 liters or whatever. So I don't know. I think they do. I do think it looks kind of dumb. It's not as bad as the
Camaro.
update. That was funny. I saw one of those today. Like
They're out already?
No, like whatever the new one is, 2017.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's funny how when cars like that come out, it's like the new one comes out and people are like, oh, those like suck, that like doesn't look as good as the other one, it's like kind of negative. And then they do the refresh and it's like, oh no, fuck the old, like that
bring
looks
it back.
hideous. Yeah. Like,
I take it back.
Okay, I take it back because the new Camaro looks dumb as fuck. I don't know what they were thinking. Like maybe
It's got like almost like the Silverado
I think that's what they're going for.
But why would you make a Camaro look like a fucking truck?
I don't know.
Because they're Chevy, man. Buy new rims.
Chevy trucks.
Yeah, that looked to me. Oh yeah.
Oh,
let's
that's
put that up there.
yeah.
Wow.
hey, the
Sign
trucks
me
are
up.
selling one.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. Holy shit, that's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe in person.
That hood looks higher too, like the
I don't know.
the center.
Looks a little droopy.
Yeah.
It's just so clear that like this wasn't the initial design.
So well, we got to change it.
Yeah,
It's been a couple years.
Better make it look more modern. It's like
Better like add some stuff.
yeah.
We can't really change that much, but we can
Yeah.
add some stuff.
The one company that, like, I don't know. On the one hand, it's like, oh, you get this entirely different looking car. That's kind of neat, I guess, that at least they changed it a bunch. Whereas BMW, whenever they do their refreshes, it's like
super minor.
It's minor, but it's like, here's the headlights and taillights it should have come
Yeah.
with.
They like handicap the first one.
Yeah, like the early ones are like, yeah, here's some fucking halogens. Like, boring taillights.
That's all we had.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, here are the LED ones that like we actually designed it for. And, like the early ones are now not worth as much. Okay, take that away. Man,
Get it
we're gonna have to start explaining what images we're looking at for people who are audio only.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at
Check
that
this
guy's,
out.
look at
What
that
do you
guy's
What
face.
do you think of this image? Look what he's doing.
Wow.
Okay.
The picture just speaks for itself.
I don't even need to. I mean,
Yeah.
just look at it. Just look at this. Okay, here is a topic for you. This is more relevant when I wrote it down because you bought a Challenger.
Yes, I did.
1LE Camaro
It was sweet.
versus Challenger Scatpack. Let's get down to it. First Carbro's actual car topic.
Yep. Yeah, so I have a Golf GTI, which I've had for a year and a half almost.
Which is a long time for you.
Which is, yeah. I usually go through cars pretty quick, but I think I decided that my wife is going to drive that, and I wanted to get something fun and with a stick that, maybe I could take to the track every once in a while.
Yeah.
And isn't too expensive, but most importantly, it kind of needed to carry my almost 1.5-year-old son in the back in his car seat. So the 3 cars that I was looking at were all like roughly like 35 grand.
What was the third?
I mean, the Type R.
Oh, Civic Type R.
That's kind of a separate.
Should have
subject.
been
That was
35
grand.
grand.
It was a car that I was interested in, but
Yeah.
dealers kind of just took it off the table completely.
Why?
Because they marked the shit up. They
What
marked
was the cheapest Type R that you found from a dealer in California?
I think like low 40s, like $5 grand minimum.
So if you're not, I'm guessing most of our listeners are in America.
I would assume, yeah.
But if you aren't, or if you don't know, Civic Type R is what, like 34 grand MSRP?
Yeah, I think like 35 something. Yeah.
But they're what, like
They go 40 to
years?
50.
40 to 50
Yeah,
because of dealer markets.
on the West Coast at least.
On the
I've
West
heard like if you look really hard, you might be able to find someone in the
Yeah, in
Midwest.
like Nebraska or
Yeah,
something.
you have to
if
like
you're willing
really, really commit to it.
to. Yeah. So
And then-
dealers ruin that one.
So
for you.
that kind of was off the table from the start. So I really liked the Camaro 1LE, which I mean everyone kind of knows is a pretty sweet car for the money, especially used ones. They've already depreciated close
Yeah, they're
to
cheap
like
as shit.
yeah, they've
right?
depreciated like close to 10 grand.
So you can get one for like low 30s.
Yeah, low to
right?
mid 30s for a pretty low mileage one. And I drove it and I really liked it, but it's just that fucking interior is just so unused. I mean, it's so compromised. I mean, the back seat,
Oh, the back seat's horrendous.
yeah, the visibility is whatever. I mean, you can get used to that, but just having a car that big that's a 2-seater. You just, I mean, I guess if I didn't have a kid or had a grown-up kid or something.
Do they come with like the the lane detection or like blind spot monitoring and stuff?
I think
like
if you get like a super loaded one.
okay, yeah,
it does,
but it's not base.
It's not that.
And you would just
common.
like need that in a Camaro personally.
I mean, that part it was bad, but I mean,
whatever.
I think you get, but it's just to have a. I mean, everyone's like, oh, the Camaro is like a Corvette with back seats, but it's like it's not
doesn't-
really
yeah,
a fucking
it's-
back
yeah.
seat. It's like if you're a midget or like if you don't have lower legs, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. So I liked the way the car drove a lot, but it's just a huge compromise in practicality. And then I checked out a Challenger, and it's kind of night and day in between, like how usable, like huge trunk, back seat almost as big as like a sedan.
Yeah.
I mean, getting it in and out's a little harder, but I mean, you can deal with that. But like once you're back there, it's actually really no one really talks about that part of the car.
About what? The usability?
Yeah, like it's heavy, or
Yeah.
it's not as sharp handling. Like, yes, but it's also very usable for like as far as a 2-door car goes. It's about as practical.
It's like people compare the Mustang, Camaro, and Challenger, and really the Mustang and the Camaro, they don't, on that front, they don't compare.
Right.
Like if you actually need a car that works as a car, that has a back seat at all, the Mustang
and hopping in it just feels like you're getting in any other car. You're not like strapping yourself in, like slinging down.
Yeah. I think that one to me is maybe the only. I don't know if this is totally true. Maybe the only actual like current muscle car. Yeah. That's for sale. Yeah. It's just like a big car.
Yeah. It's easy to live with.
It's it's like true to whatever. An actual muscle. That term gets thrown around. So like, these new muscle car Camaros. It's like that's not even the original one wasn't.
No, like even really. Calling like the Kia Stinger like a muscle car.
Like that term.
That's not a muscle.
Korean
car.
Muscle.
Yeah.
That term has been so bastardized.
Beaten into the ground.
But like,
well, I was just gonna say, like when we were filming the one take, with the Hellcat.
Oh
like, and I was in the back seat of that.
That's right.
For what, like 2 hours, probably.
Yeah.
And I was fine. And I'm 6'. Yeah, I'm 6'5". I'm the tallest of the three, and I was completely comfortable back there.
And then even like the way the front seats are designed, it's like it's just easy. Like you just like pull this lever.
It's
and
one lever, and then
forward.
it all slides forward. I think if you had the power seats, though, it'd probably be
the driver's side is power in mine, but I mean it takes a little longer. But I always just use the passenger side.
Right. I mean, like if you had, is there an option where both seats are power? Because
there might be. Maybe not. I'm not actually sure. But
the Hellcat had power seats.
That's right, and it was still easy to get out. Yeah, because
that part to me is a big deal. Fuck, I miss that car.
Yeah,
I want to drive yours to compare it.
It's the
similar,
same feeling, just not as much. It's the same formula, like scaled down by 20%.
Yeah, I'd be curious. To see.
So I ended up buying or leasing, I guess, a 2018 Challenger Scatpack. Manual.
Yeah.
Pretty base, but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah. There's something. It's so weird how I don't know what the deal is with Chevy in general. I don't know if it's just now or if they've always been this way, but their cars just aren't that exciting. Like as cool as they are,
it's like they have the mechanicals and the chassis stuff down really well. It's just the packaging.
Is it just the packaging?
Well, even the Volt is like a pretty impressive car technologically, but it's just getting inside. It's like, why does a car need to be this small and like weird?
Yeah.
To me, I mean, I don't know. That's in a car like that, you want the thing to be like super easy to live with, but it's like the back seat kind of sucks. I don't know. Just it feels lesser than it is.
The thing, and maybe that's part of it, but it's like even their performance cars just aren't that. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but it's like the Z28's a good example. It's like that thing was so hyped, and for a good reason when it came out, and now they're like
everyone stopped caring.
Everyone just immediately stopped caring because they're just not special enough.
Yeah,
and I don't know what it is. Those things are 30s.
Yeah,
now for a nice one, and that was a car that was like 90 with markup.
I wonder if anyone actually paid markup for that. I guess maybe
the early ones.
A couple people.
Oh yeah, because I think 2014 they made like 500,
but
then 2015 they made like 1400.
But it's not like the GT350 where they're just kind of always marked up.
Oh yeah, they've never fallen.
You never really like.
Because by the end of Z28 sales, you could get them at like 20% off.
Yeah,
like holiday, you get them like 50s.
Yeah,
it's like holy shit. And I don't know why, because it's an amazing car.
Yeah, I think it's just a pretty limited audience.
You think so? But even like, well, okay, maybe.
I just feel like they move on to the latest generation. They're quick to move on.
But a lot of cars, the old generation becomes this like cult. Like, yeah, but they don't feel like that. It's like nothing they make. It's just like the new stuff's better.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yeah, which I guess is good in a way. You always want to keep improving, but yeah,
I think so too.
Nothing really seems like built to last.
All of their performance stuff right now, Z06, 1LE is probably the exception, but like ZL1 Camaro, Z06 Corvette, whatever, ATS V, all like, and you'll see people write stuff. It's like, oh, it's an amazing car. It's like, yeah, go buy one. It's not amazing. It's like the Chevy SS. Like, oh, this is the best car, Chevy SS. It's like, yeah, they sold like,
I've seen like 4 of them driving like ever.
The only people who really get excited about those cars are like kids who can't wait to buy them 15 years from now. And they're like, 18 grand.
Everyone else is just gonna go buy like Tacoma or fucking WRX or something.
The only exception to that is the CTS-V.
Oh yeah, those seem to be.
Those are, there's something about those that like I would buy one of them. I mean, I don't have 100 grand or whatever they are, but they're holding their value and they're sweet. Yeah, and apparently they drive super well.
It's a pretty unique.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah. Okay, here's moving on. I was watching Heat the other day.
Excellent.
Which is an excellent movie. And we were talking about how there aren't really movies like that anymore. Heat is
Al Pacino
and
De Niro.
Val Kilmer.
Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer. I mean, it's like super intense, epic actors. Super good movie. But the thing that I was laughing about is in those movies when they're like, oh, here comes the like baller rich guy,
the big shot,
big shot pulling up, and they're in some like new at the time like Chrysler the Baron, you know? It's like you watch it now and you're like, oh, here comes some piece of shit. Like, oh, this guy's like a junkie. And it's like, no, wait, he's supposed to be wealthy.
He's the mayor.
It's like you have to like rewind your mind. It's like, no, that car was like cool and nice then.
Luxurious.
It was brand new when they shot this, and you look at it now and you're like, what like it comes to a hard stop and the front suspension's like oscillating 2 feet for like a minute after he gets out. It's like
probably had like bench front seats or something like that.
Like whatever shit.
Column shifts. It's like
ramming it into park. But back then you're like, oh damn.
Well, there's a guy who's made it.
Here comes something.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Here comes someone. They're like, what else is like that? Early like rap, like hip-hop.
Oh yeah,
they're cruising around.
My LS4.
They'll be in like a drop top or like a QX4 or whatever Infinity. Just like
some of those rap songs, like don't they even like call out like suit like PT
like
Cruiser or something?
Infinity used to be. It must have been
back in.
Do you remember the movie like Three Kings with Ice Cube?
I never saw it.
I've heard of it.
Oh, okay, damn it. This isn't going to help them. But there's a part in the movie where they're stealing the gold, and then like Ice Cube and Mark Wahlberg are arguing of like what car they're going to buy.
Yeah.
And like Mark Wahlberg wants to buy like this Infinity convertible. But like when it later shows up in the movie, it's just like, dude, this thing's like a piece of shit. I wish I knew
he does get it though.
Well, Ice Cube's arguing that like Infinity doesn't make a convertible and blah blah blah. It's like a whole joke throughout the whole movie, and then eventually like
is it an M30?
M30. I was gonna say the only.
It's I don't
Google that.
I
shit.
wish.
Is it super boxy?
Yeah, look it up. Like
Infinity M30.
It is super boxy, and it is.
It's probably
just do like Three Kings Infinity.
I don't even need to look up Three Kings.
All right, bro.
M30s.
But I think that was probably like early '90s or something like that.
Promotional ass shot.
Yeah, maybe it is an M30.
These things are fucking.
Because I think they just refer to it as the Infinity convertible.
Damn.
But like they roll up with that.
That's real sharp.
And they're very impressed with this.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah, like this was on like the same class as like a Mercedes, and
I think those were Z31 underneath. I think that's a 300ZX underpinnings. So yeah,
it's called the Leopard in Japan.
Yeah, that's prime example of old school balling.
Yeah, we used to say like, I got my Tahoe.
Yeah. I'm sure these things are going to show up on like Bring a Trailer soon. Oh my god, M30.
I've always wanted
one. I've always wanted one.
This is the one, folks.
This is the one. Yeah, let's talk about Bring a Trailer
.com
for a second. I like bring a trailer. Well,
you send us at least, I would say,
That's
3 to 4 bring a trailer links.
Bringing them a lot of
day.
traffic.
yeah, that's true. I do that.
You browse it pretty hard.
I used to browse it just because it was fun, and I still do. It's just kind of like, I don't want to work. I'm gonna look at bring a trailer. But that site has gone from like cool, quirky, interesting commentary to just circle jerk.
I was gonna
like fucking hype machine. And like the recent fad is I don't know if it's a fad, it's probably here to stay, but Toyota trucks,
highly rare and exotic.
Very rare. 600,000 of these things were made, and now they're starting to show up there and going for like, I don't know if I'd say serious money, depending on your
for what it is.
income level. Yeah, for what it is. I mean, like 16 grand for like
a 10-year-old, no, 15
late
year
90s, whatever, Tacoma. And then you get these fucking comments.
Yes.
You scroll through and it's just like, oh, this is the one. That's the comment.
What was
this is the one, folks.
Like what was the
high?
What was the
I'm
color?
not gonna bid, but you guys should bid high.
Please.
This is the one.
What was the color combo that one showed up?
God, yeah. What was
think
that?
we
Was
made-
that a joke or did we make?
No, I think it was
a joke.
real.
Well,
part of it, I think it was
like
based on
Sequoia beige on like oak tan.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
This is the rare oak cloth. This
Yeah.
is the
most
most
boring color. This is the one. Oh, this is the
Whoever
one.
buys this is gonna love
Whoever-
it.
yeah, congrats to the buyer. Like,
Yeah.
well bought. Every fucking auction, no matter what. And then you'll get like one dude who's like, oh, you way overpaid for it. You'll get like the one voice of reality. He's just like flagged as non-constructive.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, screw you, buddy. Like, every once in a while someone will be like, what's going on here? Like, these are ridiculously overpriced. Like, get out of here. If you're not bidding, yeah, fuck yourself. Like, it's super caustic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I shouldn't look at that site because it's like I am sort of in the market for a new car, but mostly I'm just like
you're always.
yeah, like I'm always
Who isn't?
like yeah, who isn't? But I'm just like looking at ads and getting mad. Like that's like
Come on, it's not that special.
yeah, that's my interaction with Bring a Trailer is like, why the fuck is this thing so expensive?
Oh, another Porsche.
Oh, this is the one. 70 grand for an NSX, 91.
Whoever buys this is gonna love it.
Yeah, you will love it for many years to come. It's like, you don't fucking know.
Oh, I used to own one of these.
Yeah, a lot of good memories in this thing.
Well, if I could afford it, I would buy it.
I still have one. I'm just trying to talk up the price.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, with that said, I will probably use Bring a Trailer if I go to sell my car.
Yeah.
It seems like a seller's paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever is running Bring a Trailer has struck gold
Yes.
with that concept.
Yeah. In a way, it kind of goes again. Like, for me, like the idea of buying a car is like, oh, I found this crazy thing like hidden away.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know what he had or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I unearthed this thing
I
in
did the
some
work.
wherever. Like, the ultimate's like I drove by and saw this car sitting there, and like,
Yeah.
but Bring a Trailer is like the opposite. It's like the highest profile way to like, oh, Jimmy put his bid in. Whoa, dude! Yeah, you knew you'd get it. Oh man,
Yeah. They're all
good job, man.
patting each other.
Yeah.
Go a little higher. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, man, well bought. Whoa, yeah, man.
fucking no.
We should put the Fieri on Bring a Trailer.
We should.
Yeah,
We
there's a
should.
lot of. We keep trying to think about what to do with the
Like,
Fieri.
I'm just curious, like what, just to see the comments.
That's true.
Like, even if it doesn't sell,
What the
fucking, like,
fuck?
yeah.
Is this?
this is the one,
Yeah.
folks. Make a bunch of troll accounts.
Yeah.
Well bought. It's like halfway through. Fuck, maybe we should put a reserve of like 100 grand.
yeah.
I don't know if that would meet their highest standard.
I wonder.
I think if we took enough photos or something.
Yeah.
One of one.
Yeah.
One of a
I
kind.
don't know. Well, we keep trying to think of what to do with that thing because right now it sits.
If anyone has any,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open to
Let us know in
offers.
the comments
Yeah.
below.
yeah.
But yeah, each of us have. If you don't know,
Oh boy, that's like a
yeah,
an
if you're
subject
listening to
for
this and you
us.
don't know what the Fieri is,
Yeah.
go watch a video.
Mm-hmm.
But it has sat at each of our houses for at least a year. Well, not years yet.
It's getting.
It's now moved to
the clock is ticking. If anyone wants it,
that car is a mess. Well, there was what was it, Taverish or whatever.
Oh,
he was like, I would love that car. I'm so jealous of that car. I was like, man, we should sell it to him.
$20,000. It's his.
Would you sell it for 20 though? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll probably have like 6 in it or something.
Bring a trailer, man.
Yeah, bring a trailer. Man, that's true. If we get $20,000 for that thing,
that thing's not worth.
No,
we'd be lucky to like get half of our fucking money back.
You see, bring a trailer. I don't know what to tell you.
I used to have one of these.
I used to have a Enzo. Well, if
Taverish will go 300,000 miles.
If Taverish sees this, 20 G's.
Maybe 19.
Yeah.
Maybe 19. We'll do the haggling for you. You ship. You smog.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll figure out what to do with that thing. There's a couple options. Okay. Before we move on, bring a trailer. Yes. People selling shit in general. One of the things that bothers me the most, and maybe this isn't bring a trailer specific, is people who just get off on the rarity of the car,
regardless of what it is.
Regardless of what it is, but not even like if it's better or something. It's like, oh, like silver on silver interior. Like they only made 6 of these. Like, yeah, because this is fucking dumb looking.
Or the people that like they own a super this is one of like 5,000 blue on red interior Camaro. Like, cares?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if that's like a muscle car Barrett Jackson thing that has like promoted that.
Maybe.
But it's like anytime I see like a Craigslist or forum post, it's like, I don't know if you know, but or this color combination.
Actually, the best is when you see like a Z or something for sale. It's like, this one has the rare automatic. No one fucking wants. This is the one. You don't get one of the ones with the popular manual. This is the rare 2-speed automatic.
Yeah. Pinstriping and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no shit.
Rare dealer installed sunroof. Only leaks a little bit.
Yeah. Super rare.
Wasn't there like a 2+2? Like, most of them are the sleek looking 2-seater. This is the rare 2+2 with the rare automatic. This is one of a kind, folks. This is the one.
This is the one. You're telling me this is the one. Z's are probably the worst. Old Datsun.
I think we're just bitter.
Stuff. There's some bitterness to it, but it's like, I don't know. We both had our phase.
I still have one.
Do you?
I have a 1200.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't really count.
That doesn't count.
It's not sexy.
That's not one of the ones.
It's not sexy like a 510.
Yeah. Until 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had 3 510. Is that right? Maybe it's 4. I think I've had 4.
Some of those don't really count.
Well, none of them are nice. Like, none of them are nice.
Well, you swapped 2 of them.
Yeah, so I had 4 510s. 2 of them I think I bought by driving past someone's house.
Yeah. That's the way you used to do it.
Yeah.
Back in our day.
Back in
15 years
Jack
ago.
Diamond style.
This was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's not that one.
That's the crazy thing about Datsuns is like 10 years ago you could find a nice 240Z, a nice one for $5,000.
Yeah,
like
if that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that was like, and this is
they were already like classic cars by then.
Yeah,
it's
it was
not
a
like
50-year-old car.
Yeah.
And then Matt suddenly,
that's what I want.
I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you fucking get one any time in the last 50
I just discovered
years.
these.
Yeah, suddenly. Well, they're going up in value.
Yeah.
Fucking speculate.
I remember like literally buying one for like $200. It was like, get this fucking thing out of my storage shed.
Yeah, like please.
Yeah, and then like selling it for like $600. Like, oh yeah, sweet profit.
Yeah,
triple.
300%.
Yeah.
Dude, there's Z's on Bring a Trailer that are going for like $20,000 now.
They're like average. They're not even like
and they're
super
average. Yeah, they're literally
Sunrust.
cars that would get like $2,500.
Sunrise.
Oh, always wanted one of these. Yeah, no, you didn't.
Did you
Shut the
really?
fuck up?
I wonder who the hell's buying them. Like, is it like a?
There are people. Here's my theory. There are people buying them because they're going up in value.
Speculation.
They're purely buying the car. One, because it's like, oh, it's cool. Oh, okay, I'll buy it, and it's going to go up in value.
Yeah.
Like,
I've heard these are good.
My friends told me. That's what I mean. Like, if people wanted them, they would already own them.
Yeah.
like you're
How do you just like discover a car that's like 40 to 50 years old?
And the context hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
It's an old Japanese car.
Yeah.
Like you either liked it then or you don't. So I don't know. I think that's why I get so bitter.
It's like people have to be like told that something's cool.
Oh, these are cool now?
Yeah.
Like going up in value. It's like, fuck, man.
But it's like the sellers are just as bad as the buyers. Like, oh yeah, this is mine's worth a ton.
Well, I think the thing that frustrates me is it keeps the people who just want to like buy it and play with it,
right?
And like actually enjoy it and drive it out, and it's just gonna like sit in some dude's garage, until like the market tanks, and then he like burns it for insurance money.
Yeah.
So, like, oh fuck, why did I buy
this? Wasn't the
thing?
Future.
Anyways,
moving on.
Okay, topic 3. Minivans versus crossovers.
Oh. Hot one. Hot take.
Coming in hot. Here's the thing. Crossovers are stupid.
Some of them are fun.
Yeah, some of them are fine. I think we were talking about this because of the brand of crossovers that are just like totally fucking worthless.
Yeah.
The ultra compact.
Yeah,
Like I remember it's called the Honda CHR or whatever.
Toyota.
That's a Toyota.
What's the
HRV?
HRV. Yeah.
Where it's like it's not big.
Yeah.
Inside.
It's like about as big as like a Civic or less.
Or less.
Yeah.
Worse mileage.
Yeah.
Like shit mileage.
Yeah.
They look stupid. But that's subjective.
Yeah. But come on.
But like in pretty much every metric, a car would be better.
Yeah. Better fuel economy.
Better fuel economy.
Faster.
Probably cheaper.
Faster with the same motor. Yeah, usually cheaper. They don't really have like off-road. You know, I'm going to go to the dunes.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not even buying those for like snow.
Yeah.
No. They're not even.
They're not
like
even. Yeah.
The soft version of off-road.
Yeah.
Like the CRV, I get.
Or maybe like
that
a Forester.
Yeah, like they're not fun, but
they're still like it's a very
like
like practical shape.
It's very practical shape. But I think that's where we got onto it, where it's like the most practical is a minivan.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to beat a minivan.
No, it's like ridiculously easy to get in and out.
Yeah. The floor is like 6 inches above
the
road.
Just, lift your foot up a little bit.
Yeah, you can like bomb a wheelchair into that
Most of them have power sliding. Just press a button and open the door.
Yeah, it's like the minivan was designed
for all the shit that people buy SUVs
for that stuff, but they're just not. They're not cool, and then maybe they never were or whatever.
Do
and
they
so it's
like,
just like
what brands even still make a minivan?
I think they all do, right?
No.
The Odyssey,
no, well, yeah,
Chrysler stopped.
Sienna or whatever.
I think no, the Chrysler has the Pacifica.
No, the Town and Country. I thought they stopped making a Town and
Bro, you need to get with the fucking time. I'll have you know that 2016. That
Yeah, I actually don't know. I mean, I'm not like in the market,
right?
There's, always in the market.
Because I thought when like Chrysler was like supposedly going to Fiat was going to stop making Chryslers, they said that all they still make is the 300 because they dropped the.
No, they have the Pacifica.
They still do. Okay.
Yeah,
just like still pretty
Google,
new.
Or didn't they just partner with Google or something?
Yeah, or like Waymo. Yeah, they ordered like a shitload of them.
Yeah,
keeping them afloat.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. Why'd they use a minivan?
But no, Nissan doesn't make it. GM doesn't make them. I mean, a lot of people don't make them anymore. I mean, GM hasn't made a minivan for a long time.
When those came out, I mean, it just exploded.
Oh, the original Caravan.
Yeah, when they like came up with that
in the 80s. That was Iacocca, right?
Was it? I thought it was somebody else who like pitched it at Ford and like couldn't get traction or something.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. to be continued.
Yeah. No, but it's like they're like, as far as a practical vehicle, like there's nothing that can touch it.
There's nothing that can touch it, but they're not cool.
Right. Like,
and
I don't want a minivan.
I guess.
I think it's because women don't like them.
Yeah.
I think that's like the big, like maybe they used to be okay with it.
It's probably a combination of like women don't like owning them and men don't think women like them driving them. Like they're not cool looking.
Right.
So you're not going to get like any points there.
You don't look active.
Because you can own a Forester or a CRV and not have kids.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that do that.
You can even own a minivan.
But like nobody nobody has a minivan.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a family.
Well, they think like,
you should.
Well, you need to have like 4 kids before you get a minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably drive better too. Like minivans kind of just drive like cars.
They drive like really comfortable. Instead of like super easy to see out of them.
Yeah. Anytime somebody like gives in and gets a minivan, like just some single guy like get an Odyssey, it's like there's part of me that's like, damn,
that guy,
that's some confidence.
He's ruling.
No like road trip in it or something. It's like, yeah, nice. Yeah, I think they're cool again. I'm kind of deciding that
once they get uncool enough, they'll
if you had like an Odyssey versus CRV, I think the Odyssey would be cooler.
Yeah,
I mean, in my eyes, probably not anyone else's.
Yeah, it's not active enough.
That van culture.
Mm-hmm. I wrote this down, but I kind of don't care. 2019 Miata bump in horsepower.
Oh, it's cool.
Cool.
I mean, sure, it's a Miata. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool that they can like do that. Like, oh, here's a bunch more horsepower with no like negative. Yeah. Like not even turbocharged. Just like we like found a way to like. That's one of the things that's kind of cool about Ford. The Mustang, like the Coyote, they're just like, oh yeah, we like figured out a way to get more power out. Like there's like no drawback. Like it revs revs higher and has more
2014 to 2015.
Just like since it came out. I mean, that's just keep 460 something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like same displacement.
Like,
same probably better fuel economy.
They don't sound that good.
No, they do. I suppose the new ones with the active exhaust sound better. New. Yeah, like brand. I don't think they had active exhaust the past few years, but
yeah, I'm pretty not into the GT Mustang.
I think like some they kind of sound like trucks. Like what at least when they have like aftermarket.
Just the car as a whole. Like I don't know that I would have ever bought just a GT, but like the 2013, 2014, it was like those are kind of cool.
Yeah, throwback.
Yeah, those are neat.
Yeah.
And like these new ones, like those are weak. GT350 is awesome.
Yeah. But
like the GT, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still a good bang for the buck. I mean, I still like them, but it's the same as the Camaro though. I mean, it's for all intents and purposes, it's a 2-seater car, which that's like until I had a kid, I didn't really look at shit like that at all. But then like you're like, oh, like that's a pretty like not very useful car. Yeah, to drive every day. Which I mean, I guess I'm sure the people buying it know that. But.
I wish I was more into buying that kind of car. To me, it's like if I'm going to get something impractical, it's going to be like really dumb.
Something nuts. Yeah.
Like I would not buy even GT350. It's like no, I'd rather save up and get an R for like 20 grand more, like way more money for really rims
if it's like,
and like aero. Like you're not getting that much more, but it's just like it's hard for me to ever own not the like highest version of something.
It's just a toy.
Even though it makes way more sense financially. Yeah. Like, oh man, GT350 get a used one for like 45 or something on a good deal. Yeah. It's like, no, I'd rather spend like 70 on an R and like drive it way less and like covet it. Yeah. But like I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's why like I look at a GT, it's like I would never buy that. It's like, but I kind of wish I was the type of person. Because there are people who just buy
whatever.
2015 Mustang refresh, like they're out there. GT, like a new one.
Yeah.
Just fucking go
trade in my old one.
Yeah, they trade in their old one. It's like there's something kind of cool about that. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with it.
Financially irresponsible. But I'd rather keep driving my super cheap, stupid cars. What is timing like?
We're at 40 minutes, but I think we had 5 minutes of rubbish. In the beginning,
I'd say let's call it.
Yeah,
let's call that.
I think that's good. Episode 2 in the books. The numbers are saying it's doing even better than episode 1.
I'm looking at the ratings. This is
the Nielsen's are coming in.
It's pretty good. Yeah. We're strong with
moving up the charts.
The Latinos are really
women 65 and up. You know what's funny is like we'll look at the stats on Carbros, which by the way is like 97.5% male.
I'm surprised.
Don't tell the average.
That many females, to be honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's probably just a guy using his girlfriend's computer.
Well, I know. Ladies out there. But it's funny, it's like you can dig into it and it's like there's a percentage that is 65 plus female. It's not zero. It's not big. It's that they're out there.
Besides our moms, right?
Yeah, besides our mom. Yeah, but it's like, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like, there's actually 65-year-old women looking at it. And then I was like, I wonder how many of those are just like 14-year-old kids.
Yeah, how do they even
signed up for that account so they could look at like swimsuit YouTube, like, you know,
look at just like scanned versions of the Sears underwear.
Yeah, they forgot to change accounts.
Yeah,
it was just like, yeah, I'm 106 and a female.
Yeah,
and they're like watching our video. So,
yeah, I don't know how accurate any of that
originally
stuff
I
is.
thought there were some old ladies out there watching,
But
now I think it's actually not that.
If you're old and female, let us know.
Be sure to
Hit us up.
Yeah.
Let us know. Okay. Today's episode was brought to you by
Nissan.
Driving
The
excitement.
sizzling summer clearance. We've always talked about how great Nissan is, especially now. They're just killing it.
One of the strongest.
I didn't like Nissan, but then I saw Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and it just instantly reminded me of Nissan. And
check out a new Rogue. 128-month lease.
Yeah.
3%.
Yep.
Those are hot. Okay, well, let's see if there's an episode 3.
yes.
Yep.
But
Thanks for listening.
till then, thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye. Bye.